Grand Central Station in New York City to the Petronas Twin Towers in Malaysia, these infrastructures have captivated the world for decades, but that's soon going to change with the recent megaprojects that are currently being constructed. And these projects are set to change the world as we know it. Like Neom, for example, one of Saudi Arabia's most ambitious projects, with its plans to create a futuristic city. Or the ITER project that is making plans to create a fusion energy that's similar to that of the sun. So join us as we take you through some of the craziest mega projects that will change the world forever. Number 9. Neom City, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, a country known for its magnificent architecture, towering skyscrapers, and luxurious holiday resorts, attracts visitors from around the globe daily. That's why it's no surprise when they embarked on a $1.5 trillion project to build a futuristic city. This trillion-dollar project, known as Neom City, has turned heads ever since its announcement in 2017 by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Located in Tabuk province and covering a massive 26,500 square kilometers, Neom is a futuristic project that is said to be a revolution in urban living. Divided into 10 different regions, each of these regions will have its own special features, with state-of-the-art technology, magnificent architecture, green spaces, and innovative amenities. But the real showstopper has to be the 170-kilometer city known as the Line. Being the biggest and most iconic part of Neom, this incredible project will change the way we think about city living. Think eco-friendly, high-tech, and totally connected. With a vision to accommodate a population of 9 million individuals, this incredible city would be housed in a single building. And the best part about the Line is that it's designed to have no cars, streets, or carbon emissions, creating an eco-friendly environment that will set a new standard for urban living. What's even more fascinating about this city is that it would have an entirely glass exterior, and all basic services would be within a 5-minute walking distance. This intentional design is done to eliminate traffic congestion, parking hassles, and most importantly, noise pollution. When it comes to its power source, the Line will run entirely on renewable energy with the aid of artificial intelligence. In addition to this, a high-speed rail almost similar to the Hyperloop would be built. This transportation system will help connect different parts of the Line, which will allow people to travel quickly and efficiently from one end of the city to another in just 20 minutes. To support this project, the Saudi Arabian government has invested a total of $190 million in a concrete multi-plant factory. This factory will be capable of producing up to 20,000 cubic meters, which is about 700,000 cubic feet of concrete per day. Most of this concrete goes toward building the Line, with the remainder going to other projects in Neom. Additionally, there are also over 100,000 workers busy removing huge amounts of earth daily to make space for its massive foundations. But if the Line doesn't seem to interest you, then the next region in the Neom city will. And that's the Xiong'an. Originally named Neom Industrial City, Xiong'an is a floating industrial city strategically located on the coast of the Red Sea. Created with the vision to be a global trade spot, this port city will handle 13% of the world's trade, connecting with ships passing through the Suez Canal. Among the different features found in this city are an integrated port, a logistics center, and advanced manufacturing facilities. Sitting at the crossroads of 3 continents, Xiong'an is a place where people, nature, and technology come together in harmony. Other regions found in the Neom city are an outdoor ski destination named Trojana, a luxury resort complex off the city coast known as Cinderella, and many other beautiful regions that's definitely out of this world. Each construction of these 10 regions, coupled with the skills, equipment, and facilities to build Neom City, makes this project enter into trillions of dollars. And that brings the question, how would the Saudi Arabian Authority generate the funds for sustaining the construction of this mega project? Well, that answer lies in the investment company solely created to see to the success of this project. You see, the Saudi Arabian government, realizing that they needed extensive funds, came up with a plan to create a closed joint stock company named Neom. This company, solely dedicated to developing the economic zone of Neom, has been the driving force in creating funds to make sure the Neom project scales through. But sadly, this new project comes at a risk. Thousands of people have been forcibly moved to make way for the project, and villages have been razed. It is estimated that 20,000 people will be forced to relocate to accommodate the planned city. The Hawitat tribe, who have taken this area as homes for centuries, has said that they do not oppose the city but would rather not face forced expulsion and violence. These are just many controversies surrounding the Neom building, and despite the several complaints made by the indigenous people, Neom City is still being built in full force. Number 8. Chuo Shinkansen, Japan's high-speed rail line. The new maglev rail line project that's being constructed in Japan is definitely one that will completely change the way people travel. This new engineering rail line will be capable of running at an astonishing speed, connecting big cities in a matter of minutes and cutting transportation time in half. Built between Tokyo and Nagoya, with plans for extension to Osaka, the Chuo Shinkansen is an $82 billion project. The construction of this railway began originally in the 1970s, when the demand for an even faster travel system was needed. This led to the Japanese National Railway kicking off its construction with a 7-kilometer test track that was built in Miyazaki Prefecture. After the first test showed positive results, the project was then expanded to the Yamanashi Prefecture component placement, where they built an 18.4-kilometer test track with tunnels, bridges, and slopes. With its repeated success, over the years, the maglev train station has had a major extension with stations in Sagamihara, Kofu, Ida, and Nakatsugawa, and this notable achievement was noticed by the world, because in 2014, this project broke the world record for the fastest manned train. The new line that's being built will use maglev technology to reach speeds of up to 500 kilometers per hour. Now let's get into what exactly is the maglev technology and how its technology makes the Chuo Shinkansen Railway a success. Well, the maglev, which stands for Magnetic Levitation Train, is a system that was developed by JR Central. The way this train works is due to the levitating force generated between the superconducting magnets on these trains and coils on the track. These help the train hover a mere 10 centimeters above their track. Also, the absence of wheel friction allows higher speed of acceleration and deceleration than conventional high-speed rail. Because it doesn't touch the track, this system can run smoothly in any weather and also cut down maintenance costs. However, the maglev train comes with a slight disadvantage when it comes to the energy consumption. In 2014, a test was conducted comparing the maglev trains to conventional high-speed trains, and the results showed that the high-speed train consumed less energy compared to that of the maglev train. Conventional high-speed trains require less energy at slow speeds, giving them a great advantage. But the maglev train, on the other hand, uses a much higher speed, which significantly increases energy consumption. Despite this increase, the maglev train consumes less energy than even the most efficient modern passenger aircraft. Using the Airbus A319 Neo plane, for example. This plane uses about 209 units of energy per seat for flights around 1,900 kilometers long. For shorter flights, like Tokyo to Nagoya, which is around 340 kilometers, planes would likely use even more energy per kilometer because they spend less time cruising at efficient altitudes. So this is an added advantage to the maglev train. Moreover, the maglev train is completely electric dependent, making it easier to transition to low-carbon energy sources. Hopefully, this project will be completed by 2037. Number 7. California High-Speed Railway. Currently undergoing construction for one of the fastest railways, California has now become a new home to impressive cutting-edge technology. The 1,200 kilometers railway is being built to connect major urban cities across California, with high-speed trains running at a speed of 350 kilometers per hour. This high-speed rail network will eventually stretch over 800 miles of rail, connecting up to 24 stations across the region. Because the project is so large and will run through areas of the state with different geographical, environmental, and economic issues, the project has been broken into 10 separate sections. Each of the sections will go through the same individual environmental impact report or environmental impact statement before significant work can begin in the area. And each of these sections has been further broken down into 2 phases. The first phase connects San Francisco to Los Angeles, covering 520 miles. This section was approved by voters back in 2008, while the second phase extends the rail network into other cities. from Merced to Sacramento in the north, and from Los Angeles to San Diego on the south. Once both parts are complete, the entire train system will stretch across 800 miles, making it easier to travel across California. Since 2015, Phase 1 has been going through construction, and it's the major priority, but it's also crucial to move forward with planning Phase 2. This ensures that connectivity improvements are made. Once this railway is operational, the journey from San Francisco to Los Angeles will take just 2 hours and 40 minutes, providing another alternative to driving or flying. This is even a better travel time compared to about 9 hours on the existing Amtrak San Joaquin's passenger train in California. If the turnout of this project is positive, it will reduce air travel by a third and reduce carbon emissions by 3 million metric tons. Initially, the project was first discussed in 1996, but it wasn't until 2008 that state voters were finally given a chance to approve a proposal. At this stage, the project was meant to cost a total of $28 to $35 billion and was set to open in 2020. But with several setbacks and issues, it is now scheduled to open in 2030. Despite the said advantages of the California high-speed railway, its construction is met with a lot of skepticism. As of 2024, the entirety of Phase 1 was said to cost $106.2 billion, making doubt arise among its citizens. Supporters of the project state that it would help alleviate air traffic and highway congestion, reduce pollution, and provide economic benefits by linking the state's inland regions to coastal cities. Opponents argue that it is too expensive and that the funds should be spent on other transportation or infrastructure projects. Apart from this, the route choice has been controversial, along with the decision to construct the first high-speed segment in the Central Valley rather than in more heavily populated parts of the state. All these setbacks have caused the project to experience significant delays. Also, mismanagement issues, legal challenges, and a lack of a complete funding commitment are among the other setbacks this project faces. Despite these issues, public opinion polls have indicated most people are in favor of the project. Number 6. Grand Paris Express, France. Paris is about to change forever as a new mega-project that only comes once in a century is currently being constructed. And this project is the Grand Paris Express. Having a total cost of $45 billion, the Grand Paris Express is one of Europe's largest infrastructure projects. The multi-billion-dollar rail line is carved out beneath the French capital and stretches over 2,000 kilometers. This project is actually an extension to the Paris metro network, with 4 new lines and 68 new stations, which is projected to transport 2 million passengers a day. 90% of these lines are underground, with a depth up to more than 52 meters, which is quite deep, while the remaining 10% are on the ground level. Once the Grand Paris Express network is complete, Paris will get a massive upgrade. This upgrade will increase its existing Paris metro system, making it easier and faster to get around. And it will also link all the administrative departments into one seamless transit network. For millions of residents, this means a huge convenience. No more navigating through the busy city center to get where they need to go. Commutes will be shorter, traffic will decrease, and daily travel will become a whole lot simpler. The project also aims to transform travel within the Paris region by providing quick and comfortable access to city attractions and amenities. One of its additional goals is to help lessen the inequality between the poor East and rich West. Additionally, with the increase of the Grand Express, there will be a reduction in car use, which will help reduce millions of tons of carbon emissions per year. Now let's take a close look at the project in detail. The project includes the extension of existing Line 14 of the Paris Metro towards the north and south, and the construction of new lines, which are Lines 15, 16, 17, and 18. All the stations will have a unique architectural design, and a great focus is invested in providing comfort for riders. This comfort will be achieved so riders can easily connect to the existing Réseau Express and bus stations. Many of the stations will have a retail shop and exclusive parking spaces for bicycles and cars. The planning for this Grand Express is quite strategic, with the majority of its construction starting with the extension of Line 14. Well, the reason why the project kicked off with this extension is because Line 14 is considered to be the backbone of the network. So extending it to the north and the south was a rather urgent matter. Unlike other metro lines, the Grand Paris Express will use driverless trains to create a fully automatic rapid transport network at an average speed of 60 kilometers per hour. This means that there will be no need to hire and train new drivers, plus there will be greater resilience against disruptions from strikes. Number 5. Xiong'an New Area, China. From creating the world's largest airport by surface area to building the world's largest hydroelectric dam, China is set to achieve another milestone with the creation of its new futuristic city. Known as the Xiong'an New Area, this place takes its own spot on our list with an estimated budget of $92 billion. Ever since its announcement on April 1, 2017, the Xiong'an New Area in Hebei Province has undergone a great construction process, and it's almost finished. This futuristic city is set to help reduce the population issues going on in Beijing. The Xiong'an New Area is located 100 kilometers south of Beijing, around Lake Baiyangdian, the largest freshwater lake in northern China. With its Phase 1 covering 38 square kilometers, this section serves as a development hub for the Beijing-Tianjin-Hebei economic triangle. But what makes this city special? Well, Xiong'an is not just any city. It's being built with the best infrastructure and innovative technology, making it a model city of the future. It is being designed to be a sustainable urban development model with a focus on green spaces, narrower streets, and low-carbon technology. Not to mention that the city's infrastructure is being built with the latest technology and innovation to create a smart, eco-friendly environment. Apart from this, Xiong'an is also built with the purpose of relocating universities, hospitals, companies, and banks. This is done to help reduce the amount of population in the Beijing area and also improve the quality of life for its people. The government goal was to create the perfect city that would not only have the best technology and pristine nature, but will also have urban spaces as well. Its layout would include a central business district administrative center, cultural center, and ecological conservation center. When it comes to its transportation system, it is designed for the best convenience with a comfortable railway network that connects main cities' public transportation hubs within 300 meters. And remarkably, the progress in the project so far is quite impressive. One of the key milestones in the development of this futuristic city is the establishment of a basic city grid layout in its initial zones. This involves the construction of roads, bridges, and other essential infrastructure to support the city's development. In fact, as of December 2020, the government was able to open an intercity railway. Also, in true Chinese fashion, the city is being built at record speed. In just a phase of 7 years, over 3,000 buildings have been built. As of now, it is rumored that over 1 million people are already living there, but that set number is going to increase to 5 million people by 2035. Yet with its many infrastructure and buildings, the Xiong'an city also faces its own setback. That's because it is almost like that of a ghost town. In fact, it's been dubbed a ghost town, with few or no people seen living in these towering skyscrapers. And also funds to continue the project are actually shortcoming, reducing its construction speed greatly. Despite it being one of the most expensive and ambitious projects in the world, it hasn't received much attention yet. Number 4. JFK Airport Extension, New York. For many years, New York City, also known as the Big Apple, or City That Never Sleeps, has been famous for its upscale homes, great architecture, and technological advancements. Despite this, its biggest airport has really been suffering from some massive problems. Once regarded as one of the top airports in the United States, John F. Kennedy has since fallen from grace. With its broken facilities, significant delays, and disjointed layout, one of JFK's most urgent problems is its high delay rate. In 2022, over 24% of its flights were delayed, making JFK ranked among the poorest airports in the United States. This regular delay has caused great damage when it comes to JFK's initial glorious reputation. Apart from this, air traffic control suffers a great deal. Even small weather changes can create a series of delays. These various problems have caused JFK to be ranked as one of the worst airports. But all that is soon going to change, because New York's busiest airport is about to undergo a $90 billion expansion project. This project is set to take JFK Airport to new heights, with world-class amenities, expansion of spaces, state-of-the-art security, and most importantly, the creation of new terminals. These new terminals, which are 4 in total, will have larger waiting areas with high ceilings, natural lighting, and modern architecture. They will also be equipped with charging stations and free high-speed Wi-Fi for passengers. Also, to improve travel efficiency and safety, the airport is getting a major upgrade. The taxiways will be widened and extended, allowing planes to move more easily and reducing congestion on the runways. This will help minimize flight delays, ensuring flights depart and arrive on schedule. Additionally, parking is becoming more convenient. Existing parking lots will be redesigned to provide more options for short-term and long-term parking. This means less time searching for a spot and more time focusing on your journey. By 2030, the airport anticipates to welcome more than 70 million passengers, and with its construction growth, hopefully they will be able to meet the quota. Number 3. Al Maktoum International Airport, Dubai. Still focusing on international airports, the new airport being constructed in Dubai will definitely outshine that of the JFK airport upon its completion. It almost goes without saying that air travel is big in Dubai. As a city known for its luxurious buildings and divine architecture, Dubai has become a tourist site that welcomes millions of visitors worldwide, making it the busiest international hub. And with plans to increase its tourist attraction, a much bigger airport is needed. Originally opened in 2010, Al Maktoum Airport was built for cargo flights, but over the years it has received quite an amount of passengers. As of 2022, it received an estimated 900,000 passengers, and this growth has increased to 17.15 million international arrivals last year. Once completed, the Al Maktoum will be 5 times bigger than that of the Dubai International Airport. For us to better understand how big this new airport is, the Dubai International Airport is currently holding the title as the world top spot for international passenger traffic. So you can imagine how big it's going to be. This new airport will cover an astonishing 27 square miles and will have 400 aircraft gates and 5 parallel runways. With the increase in size, the airport would also have the capacity to process up to 260 million passengers per year. It's anticipated that the facility will handle 12 million tons of cargo per year. To do so, the airport will harness cutting-edge technology to maximize efficiency. Additionally, the passenger terminals will be divided into 2 main sections, which are the west and the east. This section will be connected by an automated people-moving system, making it easier for passengers to move around. But here's where things get more interesting. Apart from being an international airport, this new mega-project will be a centerpiece for a whole new city. Known as Dubai South, this place would house up to 1 million people and create hundreds and thousands of jobs for people. So what is the total cost for this project? With construction still ongoing, the new Dubai airport is said to cost a total of $34.8 billion. Based on this amount, the Al Maktoum International Airport is currently the world's most expensive airport. Number 2. International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor, France. With technology advancing at breakneck speed, humans have been tirelessly seeking ways to make life more efficient, convenient, and fulfilling. And the International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor will help achieve that. Also known as ITER for short, which means the way or the path in Latin, is an international nuclear fusion research and engineering megaproject. This project is aimed at creating energy through a fusion process similar to that of the Sun. It is believed that by 2033 to 2034, ITER will reach 2 major milestones, completing the main reactor's construction and creating its first controlled plasma. This innovative reactor will become the largest fusion reactor in the world, surpassing over 100 similar projects since the 1950s. It is among the top most expensive research currently taking place. Compared to Japan's current record holder, JT60SA, ITER will have 6 times more energy-generating capacity, driving humanity closer to limitless, zero-carbon energy. The ultimate goal of this fusion research is to create a new and clean way to generate electricity, and ITER hopes to make this a possibility by producing 10 times more energy than it absorbs. This will help demonstrate the potential of fusions as a viable energy source. Beyond this, ITER will also demonstrate and test technologies that would be needed to operate a fusion power plant. These include a cooling system, heating methods, control system, and remote maintenance. With a total of $25 billion going into this project is currently the most expensive experiment in the world. Hopefully, if this works, ITER's success will bring us closer to harnessing fusion energy and also securing a cleaner and brighter future. Number 1. LNG Canada. Canada is building a massive project to export liquefied natural gas, and this has to be one of the biggest private sector project investments in Canadian history. LNG, which stands for liquefied natural gas, is a $40 billion project that was approved on October 1, 2018. This project set to transform redefined natural gas into liquid form and prepare it for export is in operation in Kitimat, British Columbia, Canada. Initially, it will have 2 processing units that will send out 14 million tons of LNG every year. Later on, they might add 2 more units, increasing the total output to 26 million tons annually. This project, called LNG Canada, is a big deal for Canada's energy industry and the world's LNG market. And here's the reason why. Natural gas is becoming increasingly popular as a cleaner fuel source for power plants, petrochemical plants, and natural gas distribution pipelines to homes and offices. It is also used to fuel various transport modes, such as ocean shipping. When completed, LNG Canada will likely be the first Canadian terminal to export LNG to other countries. This means that Canada will join the global LNG market, supplying clean-burning fuel to countries around the world. They would achieve this by transporting gas from northeast British Columbia in a 670 kilometers pipe before it is then liquefied and exported from Kitimat. With major countries showing interest, LNG Canada will have an increasing revenue of over $1 billion. Currently, the project includes a marine terminal and a rail yard, as well as 2 enormous storage tanks, which are measured at 225,000 cubic meters each. Thanks for watching and see you in our next video.